My name is Raven, professional wrestling superstar, former world heavyweight champion, and I want you to choose your four.
This is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, and I want you to choose your four.
Hello, Pro Wrestling Rushmore. This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Yes, it is, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore.
It's Pro Wrestling's Rushmore.
This is Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hello, humanoids! This is Ian from Squared Circle History, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Welcome to the only podcast that chooses a topic and allows you, the fans, to decide who ends up on our ultimate Mount Rushmore at the end of the show. Joining me this week is my co-host, Brian.
Hello!
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Hey, you forgot my intro.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited. It's a big show. It's a really big show. And I see that you are wearing the latest shirt from El Hijo del Cheapo Grosso and the Extreme Collector.
El Hijo, El Grosso, Champana has made a Cyber Slam 1996 shirt. And yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's very fluorescent, and it's got Brian Pillman on it, and the Pipples, and Raven, and the Sandman, and the Eliminators, and even Sandman on the back.
It's a pretty heavy shirt, too.
Yeah.
But good quality. It's a champion shirt. It's good quality.
It is. Feel like a champion while wearing a champion.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely feel like a champion in this.
Well, I today have my 500 level Bobby the Brain Heenan shirt on. And I gotta say, it's a really cool shirt, and it's going to be in my rotation.
I'm not even gonna ask because I already know the answer to it.
It's very soft style. Very soft style.
That's good. As long as you're happy with it.
I am happy.
Enjoy it.
I am.
Wear it proudly.
I will.
Alright. Who else we have here?
We have with us, reading the lists, the lovely and talented Sara.
Hello!
It's about time, Sara.
I know, I've missed you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, really.
And since it is Wrestlemania weekend, Sara, what shirt are you wearing this weekend?
I am wearing my purple Macho Man sunglasses shirt because it's my favorite.
Alright.
Shucky ducky.
Quack, quack. So this week, we have a big one. We have a real big one. Because it is WrestleMania weekend. So of course, our list this week is the Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania moments. Does that spark anything right off the bat for you, Brian?
Of course. WrestleMania is the granddaddy of them all. They have it right when they say that. The Super Bowl of wrestling. WrestleMania moments. I mean, alright, so we have WrestleMania 1.
Yeah.
Mr. T, Hulk Hogan.
Liberace.
Muhammad Ali. If Dusty Rhodes was there, then he'd be the second most recognizable athlete.
Yeah, so we have
Madison
heard.
Square Garden.
Absolutely.
But, second only to Muhammad Ali. But no, yeah, Hogan, Mr. T, on and off. Great main event. For,
Absolutely.
What started... a revolution? Not a revolution.
Sure, might as well be a revolution.
What do you call it? It started what do you call a yearly trend?
A tradition. An American tradition.
It's a tradition.
All right.
Like Thanksgiving.
Sure. Well, it should be a worldwide tradition. It should be a global tradition.
No,
by
what
this
should
point.
happen is we should have the next day off out of work.
Well, I think our vacation time tells us that we do
No,
have.
it shouldn't have to be vacation time. It should be a national holiday where,
No mail, no delivery.
No,
just,
of course. Let the postman watch it.
Yeah, delay trash for a day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Day after WrestleMania should be a national holiday.
Couldn't agree with you more. Maybe
call
we can.
it April 10th.
April 10th.
Right.
I think that shows up on my phone for some reason. April 10th.
That's Juneteenth.
Oh,
That's
Juneteenth.
That's the new holiday.
Oh, I apologize.
Right.
I apologize. Well, so, with all that said, let's begin construction on the Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania moments. What the hell was that?
That's the construction sound.
Oh, I always get that
That's
wrong.
all right.
I thought you were going to sing like the WrestleMania theme song. No,
No,
the
not that one, dude.
WrestleMania.
That
No?
one sucked.
Oh, man, it was good for the time, no? What about when Men on a Mission? What about when Men on a Mission? We got stars galore, we got
No,
stars
that was
galore.
terrible, too.
You're gonna see a show like never before.
Horrible.
Horrible?
Yeah.
Alright, let's give Sara some mic time here.
That was quite an intro. As usual, first up we have Pat R. the Superstar. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunite at WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin passes out in the Sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. And Brock Lesnar ends The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania 30.
Wow, so some heavy hitters right off the bat. So let's start with Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. It was the culmination of a big feud where Andre was jealous that he had not gotten a title shot at his friend Hulk Hogan's World Heavyweight Championship. He was also jealous of the larger trophy that Hulk Hogan got for being world champion for 3 years strong, and Andre got a smaller silver trophy for being undefeated.
Well, he should have been pissed off.
Yeah.
The ninth wonder of the world, right?
Well, no, that was China. He would be the eighth wonder of the
Eighth
world.
wonder of the world. So they tell me that China was bigger
Don't
than
treat him
Andre?
like a woman, Brian. Treat him like a man.
Like I said before, though, that kicked off my fandom for WWF. Was Hogan slamming Andre?
Yeah, nobody thought it could be
Vince
done.
McMahon, well, Vince McMahon did a great job of making you believe that was the first time he ever got slammed.
Even though Andre had been slammed like a handful of
Right,
times
we don't know
before.
this, like,
Even
the last-
Hogan
right.
slammed him beforehand.
Yes,
But still, that moment right there, just
made you believe.
It
you know
did.
why? Because it was magic.
it was magic.
And we
Absolutely.
believed every part of it. And guess what, Ian? There's no more magic.
There is no more magic.
The curtain's been pulled back.
Yes.
We know everything. We know too much.
We do know too much, and that's why this year, WrestleMania is tomorrow as we record this, and I don't know.
It doesn't feel like WrestleMania.
No, it doesn't.
season, right?
It doesn't at all.
Like, you're not looking forward to it.
I'm not gonna say I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spending time with my friends and watching the show. But as for the show itself, I don't know. It's leaving a bit to be desired.
I agree. It's nothing that sticks out to you, right? Like,
Not really, no.
Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre feels like it could be a Raw main event.
Yeah, but it's already been done. Like, it's already been done in other companies. We already know the best of what's going to happen.
Right. But, like,
I don't
what's
know.
a good match that you would put together for this WrestleMania? Like,
For
if
this
you could-
WrestleMania?
Yeah, like, ultimately, if you could have, like, the one big main event. would it
Oh,
be?
boy. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, didn't they do it last year?
I think they did that at Survivor Series.
Alright, so it's been done.
It's been done, but
Reigns went over, right?
I think
He did.
so.
He did go over, yes.
Yeah,
That was a really
then-
good match, though.
Then maybe it's Drew McIntyre's turn this time. Or maybe
That-
Drew McIntyre can body slam Roman Reigns because we're talking about Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the
That's
Giant
true. I'm
at
sorry.
WrestleMania
I'm
3.
getting derailed here.
Well, how about the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth reuniting at WrestleMania 7 right after Macho Man lost a career-ending match and only stopped wrestling for like 6 months?
I think there's a lot better moments. That was a cool moment, don't get me wrong. Elizabeth's in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't been together in forever, and, you know, you see a
Who is that
crying.
Monsoon? Who is that Miss Elizabeth?
No, it's Tyrell.
It is! It is Miss Elizabeth!
I thought it was Tyrell and Jane.
Brian, you're stealing my thunder here. There was a surprise later on.
But Yeah, just a lot better moments in my opinion.
Okay.
Hell, I think the Warrior coming back in WrestleMania 8 is a better moment than that.
Not a single person agrees with you.
Well, I'm sure it's not on the list. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. What about Stone Cold Steve Austin bleeding profusely while in the sharpshooter and eventually passing out, refusing to give up against Bret the Hitman Hart at WrestleMania 13?
I can see that moment being there at the very end. It's not on my list.
No? Why? Because it's the greatest match of all time.
You're baiting me here, Ian. I know what you're doing. You're going to say it's because I don't like Bret Hart and I have vendetta against Bret Hart. It may be true, but that's not the real reason. I just think, like I said, there's, in my opinion, better moments than that bloodbath. Even though it was a cool moment, it was a cool visual. Ken Shamrock was good in that match, surprisingly, as a referee. No? What are you looking for? What's wrong with you?
Looking for the remote to put something on in the background.
Yeah.
But, would you think a bigger moment would be Brock Lesnar ending the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania 30?
Yeah, I would say so. That's still not on my list.
Shocking. It was shocking, though.
It was shocking. But, like, dude in the front row, I think maybe that was...
Oh, man, that's legendary now. That one specific fan, his jaw dropping.
Yeah, his eyes were bugging out.
He looked like a hamster when you squeezed it
But
too
you know
hard.
what's cool about that moment, to be honest, was if you looked at that crowd, they were in shock. They could not believe what they were seeing.
They were. I mean, Undertaker.
Like, they
undefeated for 21 years.
They didn't even pop. They were like,
no, it was
oh
dead
my God,
silence.
what are we seeing?
Yep.
You know?
And then Brock Lesnar went on to win the World Championship and have a stronghold on that title for some time.
Yeah.
Changed the way the championship was perceived.
But I think they used Brock Lesnar accordingly, though. Like,
yeah,
I think that's the right
cool.
way to use Brock Lesnar. A lot of people won't agree with that, but
I think it's the right way to use any champion.
Yeah, man, I miss those days where you didn't have a Raw. It was just like Superstars, and your big star wasn't on Superstars.
Yeah.
Like Hogan wasn't on Superstars.
No.
Warrior kind of was.
Yeah.
You remember the Papa Shango stuff?
Yeah.
That
of course, but he wasn't the champion then.
Right, and like
the champion should be rarely seen.
You saw Hogan on Saturday Night Main Event, which was like every 3 months.
Yep.
And then on a pay-per-view. That, in my opinion, is how a champion should be booked.
I agree. And
you should not let the two main event guys touch. Like if you want to make it special, just like the first time they touch, make it at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Not touch each other. No.
Oh well, that's a relief.
Just touch. Fight.
Fight.
Yes. Fight.
Fight. Okay, I gotcha. Sarah, who do we have next?
Next are the votes from Bobby on the Beat. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin passes out in the sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. Brock Lesnar ends the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania 30. And Stone Cold Steve Austin shakes hands with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17.
So a lot of the same moments listed, but let's talk a bit here about Stone Cold Steve Austin shaking hands with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. It was shocking. Nobody saw that coming.
He made a deal with the devil himself. And we talked about this last week too, I think.
We did.
And there was a better way we would book that.
Yeah.
Without having Stone Cold, turn heel completely, I guess you could say.
What?
And that was my mistake. I said that he didn't want to turn heel, but he actually did want to turn heel.
Oh, I'd say so, son.
What the hell's wrong with you?
It wasn't right. He shouldn't have shook hands with Mr. McMahon. That was his big enemy. That would be like Batman and the Joker teaming up.
Right.
It's not right.
It's like the ultimate feud, and you have, last month, 2 months podcast. When did we last do a podcast? Last month?
Last month, yeah.
Right, so last month's podcast was about feuds.
Yeah.
And we said that was the ultimate feud.
That was the top-rated feud,
ever.
Yeah.
Ever, anywhere.
Yep.
In Japan, in America, in Canada, anywhere.
Mexico,
China. Anyway.
China's not on this list.
But we said that they should not have aligned because that was the ultimate feud. And it would have been even better if they never did.
Yes. I could not agree more.
No.
Sarah, who's next?
The next submission is from Mr. X. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. The pop for Hollywood Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18. Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30. And Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 14.
What do you think makes that moment of Hogan slamming Andre so special?
What do I think? I told you.
What would you like to reiterate?
Well, how many times do I have to say it? It was them making us believe that was the first time Hogan ever slammed the man.
But talk about Andre here. Andre, he was the big friendly giant up until this point. And now he's aligned himself with Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Because Bobby the Brain Heenan brainwashed him. Do you remember?
What do you mean by Bobby so big?
He wanted to...
Come on!
He wanted the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship.
That's right, Hogan!
The Piper's Pit skit was awesome.
Ripping the crucifix right from his neck.
Yep.
Making him bleed. Roddy Piper, you're bleeding!
He was.
It's kind of like Terry Funk there, but you know. You get it.
That was a terrible Roddy Piper.
I know, it was awful. Awful.
You've done better.
I have. What about that pop for Hollywood Hogan and The Rock, WrestleMania 18? Loudest pop of all time?
Yeah, I don't know about all time. I mean, there's a lot of WrestleManias out there, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was a great moment. Hogan versus The Rock. Something
Nobody
that I
saw
never
it
thought I'd
coming.
ever see.
Yeah, that was big. And then
Didn't that happen again, though?
It did. Yeah, it did happen a second time when Hogan was donning the red and yellow and The Rock was a villain.
Really?
And both times, The Rock was victorious. So Rock pinned Hogan twice, and I don't think Hogan's ever pinned Rock.
Oh, it must be killing him inside.
It must be. That must be why he keeps wanting to come back.
Maybe.
How about this one? WrestleMania 14, Boston, the Fleet Center. Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the WWF Championship from the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, with Mike Tyson as the referee.
That was a huge moment, man. That kicked off the Austin era, right?
Were you there?
Attitude era. I was there.
Me too. And it was amazing.
It was
It was
amazing.
huge. It was a big moment. How about it?
How about it? I left tickets for Bill Buckner for that show, but he couldn't bend over to pick him up.
How about it?
My buddy Bucky Dent says hello.
City of losers.
The last time I was here, we kicked your ass. That's the Pete Rose.
That's Pete Rose.
That's
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose promo before the Undertaker and Kane match.
The granddaddy of them all. What do you think makes WrestleMania such a pop culture phenomenon?
Celebrities.
The inclusion of the celebrities.
Celebrities are pop culture, right?
Yeah.
As much as I hate it too.
Yeah.
Like when you see Snooki taking someone's spot at a WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's kind of lousy.
I mean, as big of a Jersey Shore fan as I am.
Oh, we know that.
What do you mean? You know it. They
Oh,
don't
well,
know
I
it.
know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. Woo!
Man, I fist pump all the way up the stairs before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Anyway. But to see like someone like Snooki take someone else's spot at a WrestleMania, it's kind of disheartening. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of women's wrestling, but still, they work their asses off all year.
Mm-hmm.
Put someone on your roster in that spot.
What do you think about this year? About Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks potentially headlining night one of WrestleMania?
And that's what sucks. You know what sucks about that?
Yeah.
The main event is going to be a cigarette break for me. You know?
Will you stop?
Oh, I'm not. It's the truth. Like, you know how it is. Women's match comes on, I go off my cigarette break. And
That's usually the case, yeah.
Unfortunately, here it is. Main
Oh
event.
boy. The main event. I don't know, I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be an exciting
So
match.
you're looking forward to that match? You
A
think
little
that match
bit.
is worthy of main eventing?
No, I don't, but I think the match itself is going to deliver. Whether or not it's WrestleMania main event worthy, that remains to be seen.
It won't be. Spoiler alert.
Oh, all right.
Well, I just think... I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm a traditionalist. I think the world title match should be main event every time at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree
No
with
matter
you.
what.
But look at it this way: it's the women's championship.
Okay.
Alright, so maybe it's not the men's heavyweight championship, but it's the women's championship. It's still...
So you put the women's championship on second. You make it the second match. That way Bianca Belair can be back at the hotel to make Montez Ford a sandwich when he gets back.
Boy. Alright. Wow.
What?
That's mighty controversial there, Brian. That's a mighty controversial opinion you got there.
I mean...
Maybe you should dial it back about 20% or so.
Why? I think Montez Ford should have a sandwich ready for him.
Montez Ford is definitely... He has a lot of untapped potential. That is for sure. That is for sure.
Is he even wrestling on the card? Are they
Um...
wrestling? Is it New Day against them?
No, it's New Day against AJ Styles and...
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost made it.
Almost made it. Sarah, who's next?
The next four come to us from Mikey from the Streets. Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Austin passes out in the Sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. Shawn Michaels' entrance at WrestleMania 12. And the Ultimate Warrior defeats Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6.
Alright, so that moment of Austin passing out in the Sharpshooter, the blood streaming down his face, that's iconic, that's legendary, that might even be a future tattoo.
For you?
Possibly, you never know. Dude, that's such a huge moment, man.
Stop it.
As a wrestling fan, I might have to,
You have enough men's faces tattooed on your body. You don't even know one.
even if it's a bloody Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, how are you even going to distinguish that Stone Cold thing through the blood?
Yeah, well.
Is there a tattoo artist that impressive that can do that?
Well, if there is one, I hope they send me a message and allow me to go into their shop. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it going to be like a portrait?
Maybe. Shawn Michaels' entrance, WrestleMania 12. Ziplining from the rafters of the arena.
Did you know that Vince McMahon did that before
He did.
let Shawn Michaels do it?
Yeah. I want to give it a shot.
And he almost hit the light structure on the way
Oh,
down.
jeez. Imagine if he bumped his head on the way down.
Yikes.
Who put that light structure there? And how about the Ultimate Warrior winning the championship from Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6?
Yeah, that was a huge moment.
How about that scene of him holding up the WWF Championship and the Intercontinental Championship, and the pyro going off in the background?
Do you think that anyone really believed Hogan was going to hold an IC title?
No, it didn't make any sense.
It didn't, right?
Because they even said, like, ahead of time, if Hogan won the match, then they were going to have a tournament to crown a new Intercontinental Champion.
Right.
However, if Warrior won, they would still have to have a tournament to crown a new Intercontinental Champion. So
Right.
no matter what, there was going to be a new champion. So even if Hulk won it, it would just be to have it for namesake, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the thing. Like, I never believed, even as a kid, that they were going to put the IC title on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He always felt like Hogan was above it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I could never picture Hogan with that title. Like, it's hard to even visualize it, right?
It is. The secondary title. It doesn't make sense.
Although I think it was a cool looking title then. Actually, no, not at the time. That Winged Eagle is still the coolest looking belt, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cooler looking title than the current World Championship.
Oh, definitely. And I did just see recently a video of the one and only Bret the Hitman Hart. And he
I thought
was...
you were going to say Ricochet.
the one and only. But no, it's Bret Hart, and he had a Winged Eagle championship in his hand.
Yeah.
He was talking about how it was the most beautiful world championship that he's ever seen. And then he went on to run down the current WWE championship. And
I'm surprised you didn't bitch about it.
he did. That was the thing. He did bitch about it. He said it was a piece of crap.
No, the current one.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right, but I'm saying I'm surprised he wasn't bitching about that Winged Eagle belt.
Oh, no. He loved that title. Because, he won it 5 times.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I hate him.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Sarah, who do we have next?
Danny Dartmouth chose his 4 as Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, Daniel Bryan wins at WrestleMania 30, Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30, and I'm Sorry, I Love You from WrestleMania 24.
Oh, alright, so we got some big ones here. How about Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30? Wasn't even supposed to be in the WrestleMania main event. Kind of like this year. And then he goes on to win the entire thing. He defeats Triple H earlier in the night. Then goes on to defeat Randy Orton and Batista in a triple threat match. Bam. New champion. Tons of pyro, confetti, fireworks. Everybody goes home happy.
When I was compiling my list, I had to take that one off. But it was there. Like,
Yeah.
I was really, really wanting to put that there in my list, but just didn't make it.
Yeah.
I felt like there were others more. That was more worthy than that.
Still a cool moment, though.
What a cool moment. I loved it.
To me, it was almost like Little Mac from Punch-Out.
Yeah.
Going all the way to the end and defeating Mike Tyson.
Right.
I don't know.
Only Daniel Bryan didn't know codes.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a game genie.
Nope. No power glove.
And how about I'm Sorry, I Love You? Shawn Michaels ending the career of Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24.
Yeah. Spoiler, it's on my list.
Yeah, man, that was an incredible, emotional moment.
But you know what else, though? Ric Flair never wrestled again after that.
Not in WWE. He wrestled in TNA, though.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Okay, but alright, so he was still retired. Did he say specifically he was retiring from wrestling completely?
He just said he was going to retire, so
That's fine. But
in the land of sports entertainment, it could be the retirement from sports entertainment.
let's just say WWE.
Okay.
He's never wrestled in WWE since then.
Never again.
Unlike Shawn Michaels, who I thought would never wrestle again. Then he came back in that awful, awful, awful match with Triple H in Saudi Arabia against Undertaker and Kane.
One of the worst matches of all time.
You come back for that?
Yeah. Well, now there's rumors of Shawn Michaels against Adam Cole.
When?
I don't know, but there's rumors of that. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just saying that people are still talking about it to this day. Mr. WrestleMania, people want to see him in one more match.
It'd be cool if they wrestled and Adam Cole set his eye back straight.
Well, let's think about this. Shawn Michaels, they call him Mr. WrestleMania. Who would be the one opponent you would want to see Shawn Michaels come out of retirement to face at WrestleMania? Is there anybody left?
Seth Rollins in an eye for an eye match.
Yeah. Oh man, this is why you do the show with me. For answers like that.
I think him and Seth Rollins would be a great match.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think him and
not at his age, at his prime.
Well,
like if there was a dream match, Shawn Michaels in his prime versus Seth Rollins, like unannoying Seth Rollins, like the Shield Seth Rollins. You know what I mean?
Wow, way back, huh?
Well, yeah, because he's just annoying now.
He is. I
shitty
agree.
Character. Like he's lost his luster. No one wants to see him anymore.
What about? So, would you be excited about him and Adam Cole?
Now?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Right now.
No.
What about him and Daniel Bryan?
I wouldn't be excited about Shawn Michaels versus anybody right
now. Well, AJ Styles.
Maybe AJ Styles versus Adam Cole. Adam Cole versus Daniel
But
Bryan.
nobody versus Shawn Michaels would make you excited.
In his prime, hell yeah. Like in his
wow.
Prime. Give me AJ Styles. Give me Adam Cole. Give me Tommaso Ciampa against Shawn Michaels.
Oh, gimme. What else do you want there, Salmon Sweatshirt?
I don't want Shawn Michaels to wrestle now at his age. That's what I don't want.
It could be like Randy Couture coming out of retirement in UFC. Having that one last run with the championship.
No.
No?
This is different.
Okay.
This is real.
This is real. It's still real to you, damn it.
UFC's fake.
Alright, Sarah, who do we have next?
Next up are the 4 from Mike the Wolverine. Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. I'm Sorry I Love You from WrestleMania 24. The End of an Era at WrestleMania 28. And Daniel Bryan wins at WrestleMania 30.
So the first new one we have to talk about here, The End of an Era at WrestleMania 28. It was Triple H versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as the referee. And at the end, they did one final farewell. They all embraced and said goodbye to the crowd, even though they would all be in another match not long after that, the one that we just talked about.
The visual was cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool visual to see all three of them, take the bow, raise each other's hands,
Hey, did you realize that this year's WrestleMania is the first year since WrestleMania 4 that Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, or Triple H are not on the card?
Yeah, I read that somewhere too.
How crazy is that?
Since WrestleMania 4, huh?
Since WrestleMania 4, yeah.
So was Michaels in WrestleMania 4?
No, he was in 5.
So who was in 4? Undertaker?
Well, no, they're saying the first one since WrestleMania 4. So at WrestleMania 4, none of those guys competed on the show. So this would be the first one since
5.
then. No, because one person...
No one was on WrestleMania 4.
No one was on WrestleMania 4.
Right.
But this is the first one since WrestleMania 4 that none of them have competed on the show.
I see what you're saying here.
You're killing me, Moniz!
I mean, it took me a little bit. I got it, though. I got it.
Okay. Sarah, who do we have next?
Steve the Savage votes for the end of an era at WrestleMania 28. Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30. Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania. The Rock and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 31.
Alright, so that's the one new one we have here. The Rock and Ronda Rousey. They I guess the kids nowadays call it, they punked out Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Helmsley.
Yeah. Nah. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it was a moment.
I mean, yeah.
It was cool to see Ronda Rousey involved, but then she, got involved.
She was good.
Yeah, she was. She was good. I hope she comes back.
Really fast.
Yep.
I hope she comes back too.
Yeah, she added a lot of legitimacy to that women's division, I would say.
She'll probably come back at the same time as Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is ready to come back soon.
Yeah, I think Becky Lynch will show up this weekend.
You think so?
I think so.
In what match?
I don't even think it necessarily has to be a match.
Do you think she comes back in the main event tomorrow?
I don't know if it's good.
Meaning night one.
No, I think what's going to happen is they're going to have some sort of interview segment, and the special guest is going to be Becky Lynch. So she'll come out, she'll cut a promo about she's coming for somebody's championship.
Yeah, she'll talk about how she's a man and all that good stuff.
Well, no, she's not a man, she's the man.
He-Man?
He-Man? No, not He-Man, the man.
She thinks she's He-Man? Like Master of the Universe? That's Sid Vicious.
No, he's the master and the ruler of the world, not the universe.
So Becky Lynch is He-Man, the Master of the Universe.
Sure.
Oh, all right.
What? Sarah, who do we have next?
Next up, we have the submission from Jordan from Tennessee.
It's WrestleMania! That's classic. That'll get you in the mood. That'll get you in the mood for the weekend.
Yeah.
That was great. I missed that. I do miss that. What about WrestleMania?
No.
You didn't like that one?
No.
Why?
Are you gonna compare that one to this?
No, that's the best one. That's
still
the
have
best
this.
one. They should still have that. I agree.
What is wrong with the old school music? Like, why would you need to endorse all these bands every year with these stupid songs?
Yeah.
Like the new Rob Zombie.
What's wrong with the new Rob
For like
Zombie?
NXT's. I know you play it 5 times a night.
Not 5 times a night. Maybe 3 times a week I'll listen to the album.
That's a lot to listen to an album.
I got a lot of time during the day.
You're endorsing all these idiot bands when you can have Jim Johnston produce you a masterpiece like he did for Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Just use it for those 4.
Well,
keep them the same. Bring back red, white, and blue ropes.
Oh, well, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
What happened to Americana, Vince? This is Americana.
Well, it's because the company went global. So
you're not went global.
You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that as much anymore.
So you can't have red, white, and blue ropes because you went global.
Hey, it might offend somebody.
It's
It's possible. It's possible.
Who's it gonna offend?
I don't know, anybody that's not America or France.
All right, so you're gonna have
or Great Britain for that matter, because they get red, white, and blue as well.
Yeah, exactly. Australia's red, white, and blue. There are more
Yeah,
red, white, and blue
yep.
countries than there are not.
Ah,
Than there are not.
look at that then. Maybe,
Bring them back.
yeah, maybe that's the rationale right there. You just figured it out.
And with that, you would probably bring back like the old school fan.
Hopefully.
Like someone who remembers that. Oh wow, I remember those red, white, and blue ropes. I remember the WrestleMania theme song. Let me tune in. This feels right. This feels good. I feel young. I want to watch WrestleMania. So you have the new fan, and then you have the old fan coming back. Psychology.
Yeah. I think they should hire you yesterday.
I don't want to work there.
No?
No.
Why not?
I'm beyond that.
Oh. Well then.
I don't need them. They need me.
Wow. Hear that, Vince?
That's all I got, for real. Like, I would go there and just be like, I think you should bring back the old school songs and the red, white, and blue ropes. And they'd be like, well, what else do you have?
Pen drop.
yeah, just like leave. Be like, look, just start with those two things and let me know how it works out. And I'll go home and work on some more.
Yeah.
But I guarantee that would bring back a lot of fans.
All right.
Guarantee it.
Well then.
Not just like the old school Raws, Oh, we're gonna have an old school Raw with, these 60-year-old men now.
Yeah.
So just let the new guys, give the new guys a shot at it.
No, I hear you. I hear you. All right. Well.
Ran over.
You're right. Need to decompress a little bit. Need some fresh air over there.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'll be all right.
Well, I am very grateful for that.
Go
Sarah, what do we have next?
Next up, we have the submission from Jordan from Tennessee. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit celebration at WrestleMania 20. Edge spears Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. And Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30.
So we have two very interesting ones to talk about here. First, let's start with Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit's celebration at the end of WrestleMania 20 after Chris Benoit defeated Shawn Michaels and Triple H to win the World Heavyweight Championship. A moment definitely marred by controversy, but all that aside, what do you think of that moment?
Yeah, it's marked by controversy for the things that transpired later in later years. So,
Sure.
I mean, not for that moment. That was a cool moment.
That was an
man.
awesome moment, yeah.
Best friends celebrating, 2 title victories at the biggest possible stage of wrestling.
20th anniversary of WrestleMania. And that was, in my opinion, I think that was the greatest triple threat match of all time.
Yeah.
Benoit, Michaels, Triple H.
There's a lot of triple threat matches out there, man.
Oh, yeah. Tons of them. But I think this was the best one. I found it to be the most exciting. I thought it flowed the best. And the ending was definitely very exciting. And then the aftermath right there with Eddie and Benoit embracing after years of paying their dues on the independents and ECW and WCW, and then finally making it to the top of the big time.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't have wrote a better script, right?
No, that was awesome.
Unless you're Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 30.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But if we want to talk about WrestleMania moments, one of them that really sticks out in my head, Edge leaping off a giant ladder, spearing Jeff Hardy in midair as Jeff Hardy hung from the, I guess we would call it the belt hanger?
The belt hanger, yeah.
Sure.
The title hanger.
The title hanger.
It was a great visual.
But that spear, oh my god.
Yeah, visually that was insane.
It's so cool. Such a cool moment.
It was. It deserves to be there.
Definitely.
There's
And the
so
crash to the mat.
Yeah.
Oh, it was brutal.
There's so many great moments of WrestleMania. But, like, there's certain, like, 2 at least that just stick out that are going to be there.
Yeah.
It's Hogan slamming Andre.
Okay.
And probably the Austin Crimson Mask.
All right.
Even though not on my list, I still think that will make the end.
The Austin Crimson Mask is not on your list.
It's not.
Wow.
What's not?
Wow, I'm very upset by that.
Why are you so upset?
Because it's the greatest moment.
Like,
From
ever?
the greatest match.
You don't think the Hogan slamming Andre is the greatest moment ever?
Well, I'll
it's
admit,
only on every single pre-wrestling clip WWE has.
yeah, I mean, I'm being a little dramatic here, but still, that's 1 and 1A right there for WrestleMania moments. Hogan slamming Andre, and Stone Cold refusing to tap out in the sharpshooter.
Okay, that's your opinion.
That is.
You can have it.
Well, thank you.
Just like I can have mine, Ian. You're not the boss of me.
Well, let's not turn this into Malcolm in the Middle over here.
Go on, what's next?
Sarah, who's
What
next?
do you got?
Rolled Snake Eyes votes for Kofi Kingston wins the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 35. Steve Austin passes out in the sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. The Ultimate Warrior defeats Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6, and the Hart family attacks Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 26.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. The Hart family.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I think they're doing that for your benefit. Rolled Snake Eyes.
They're doing that for my benefit?
Yeah. You know, because of your love for the Hart family.
Well, I mean, I don't hate the whole Hart family, just one.
Brian hates Brett. Brian hates Brett. Brian hates Brett. Brian hates Brett.
What's his face there? Yeah.
Bruce?
No, not Bruce.
Keith?
No, the other one. The other one of the 18.
Yeah.
The one that stood up in the stairs.
Oh my god.
Yelled down.
Oh my god, why can I the
know,
the
right?
blonde one.
I guess, yeah. The crazy one.
It's not Keith. It's not Bruce. Oh my god, what?
Yes, I stumped this encyclopedia again.
Oh man.
Oh my god, I just had it and I lost it at the same time.
Keith.
Everyone's looking up hot family members on the phone. You know, the one Diana's
Oh my
book.
god, this is ridiculous.
The one in Diana's book, the one I was yelling from the basement.
I can't believe this. Like,
It's like Smith.
no, it's not.
I
No,
mean, it's not.
it's not Smith.
I think it's Smith.
No, it's not.
Smitty.
No. No, it's not.
How many are there? This is a lot. It's not Diana.
It's not Keith.
It was Smith, dude. I'm telling you.
It's not.
Oh no, Smith wasn't crazy, right?
It's not. I think it's Bruce.
No, it wasn't Bruce, dude. Bruce was the fireman.
Okay, Bruce is the. Okay, I know what I'll do here. All right. Hart Family Survivor Series.
No, I'm not talking about Survivor Series.
But he was in that match.
This guy wasn't in the match.
Yes, he was.
No, the one I'm talking about.
Who are you talking about?
The crazy one.
Dude. I thought you were talking about Smith was crazy, yes.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Alright.
Remember Diana's book? Diana Hart Smith?
Bruce!
What?
It's Bruce Hart. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm talking about someone that wasn't even there.
You're talking about Smith.
Yeah, I meant to say it was Smith there, but I already knew he wasn't there. I was just being an asshole.
Holy cow. So Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon, WrestleMania 26.
That's awful.
The whole Hart family attacks McMahon.
That's just really...
Alright, so on the other end of this list, Kofi Kingston wins the WWE Championship.
I thought that was a really cool moment.
That was a cool moment.
I
Cool
think
modern
he
era.
Yeah, I think he deserves it.
Great match against Daniel Bryan, and the victory was pretty cool.
Especially, like, him being from this area. And, like,
Yeah.
seeing him before he made it.
A New England
Humble beginnings.
native.
Yeah.
Alright, Sarah, who do we have next?
Extreme Dragon brings us these four. Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12 match. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunite at WrestleMania 7. Edge spears Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. And the pop for Hollywood Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18.
So we have heard all of these moments here. Extreme Dragon has mentioned. That Shawn Michaels entrance at WrestleMania 12, they showed that a lot too. They probably showed that as much as Hogan slamming Andre, no?
I would say so, yeah.
That's a big one.
Awesome visual.
It is. Definitely an awesome visual. Going back to Savage and Elizabeth, WrestleMania 7. Do you remember watching all the people in the crowd crying after the two embraced?
I do.
Do you think they were paid off, or?
No, they probably weren't paid off. I'm sure some people were crying. But it's just amazing how, yeah, you're right, because it's amazing how the camera was on those people that were crying.
Yeah. It just seems all too convenient.
Pat R started crying, he said.
Pat R started crying too?
Oh, you still do?
Oh, he still does!
Every time, we should put that moment on right now.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
That's a big one. Actually, I'd like to take a moment right now and say hello to my family back home in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Terry, Tyrell, and Jade. Hello.
Is it Jade or Jane?
I think it's Jade.
Alright.
Or Jane?
I thought it was Jane. With
Jane?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's one of them. There's another one. There's another kid in there somewhere.
What's the name? You can't leave him out. Is it a boy, girl? Well, I guess these days it doesn't matter.
Oh, goodness.
What?
Terry, Tyrell. I think there's another boy. I think there's another Ventura. Another Ventura male.
How about the MGK concert, WrestleMania 28?
The who?
MGK.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Yes, Machine Gun Kelly at WrestleMania 28.
That is definitely not on anybody's list.
He sang John Cena to the ring. That's not on anybody's list?
No.
I wish it was.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not yet.
Not even... You know what else isn't on the list? What about when Brock Lesnar attempted the shooting star press onto Kurt Angle?
That was a moment, huh?
Instead he landed right on top of his head.
Like, people thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too. Yep. I thought he broke his neck and that was it.
Nuts.
He was all done. The next big thing is no more.
How about Jericho kicking Shawn Michaels in the nuts?
Oh, that was a big one. That match was awesome.
Yeah.
Jericho Michaels, man. Oh, that was great.
It's funny how, like, it's true. Like, you remember the moments rather than the matches.
Yeah. Yeah, the matches, that'll be another list. Maybe we'll do that next year for WrestleMania. But the moments for now.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know who you need to watch out for? Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn, yeah? You're a big Isla Dawn fan?
From NXT UK.
Yeah? Alright.
I'm going to call her right now.
You're going to call her? You got her number? You're going to call her
I'm not gonna
right
call her.
now?
I'm going to call it.
Call it?
Yeah, right now.
I don't know. She seems like a female. Why would you call her an it?
I'm gonna call the Moment Spider. Right
now.
I said I'm gonna call it.
What?
She will be just like that EST girl.
Bianca Belair?
Her.
Yeah.
Just like her, she will be main eventing next year's WrestleMania. Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn is going to main event WrestleMania
next year.
Next year.
Yes.
Wow. Why?
You obviously never seen her matches in ICW.
It's ICW. I hear so much about this ICW. Yeah. I gotta check this out.
Well, if you watched ICW, you would know about Isla Dawn.
Well, that's why I gotta check it out. See what this Isla Dawn is all about.
Mark it down. Brian said Isla Dawn will be main event at WrestleMania. You watch.
All right.
If not, she will be wrestling for the title. A title. Could be the men's title.
Very interesting pick there, I gotta say. I don't know.
Watch.
Alright.
Go on.
Well, hey, stranger things have happened, I guess. Alright, Sarah, who do we have next?
Paulicious chose Edge spears Mick Foley through Flaming Table at WrestleMania 23. Edge spears Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. Austin passes out in the sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. And Jeff Hardy's Swanton Bomb off a ladder at WrestleMania 17.
Alright, so let's talk about Edge spearing Mick Foley through the Flaming Table. That was a really cool spot.
Really cool moment. That's what we're talking about here, right?
That match was really great.
I don't know about the match being great.
I thought
that
it was cool.
Great. That was cool. Well, you like that, those crazy hardcore matches.
I do. I love the danger, man. That's why I like skydiving. It's just dangerous.
I mean, I kind of like those matches too, but I don't think that was a like great WrestleMania match to to get wet all over. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, I think that moment alone.
Is it on your list?
No, it's not.
All right then.
I know. What about Jeff Hardy's Swanton Bomb off a ladder in the aisle at WrestleMania 2000?
That's good. Crazy visual.
Yes, that's what it is.
Great moment.
You have to go above and beyond.
I couldn't tell you who won that match, but I remember that spot.
Oh, man. Edge and Christian won that match.
Dude, you know that, like, after WrestleMania 13, after WrestleMania 14, it's all a blur to me.
That's
like,
when the magic died for you.
Yeah, you're probably right. I could tell you anything that happened from, like, WrestleMania 1 to 14. But then you asked me about 15, I couldn't even tell you what the main event was.
Yeah. Well, 15 was Rock and Austin.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm just saying, like,
Rock Austin #1. First in the trilogy.
You can probably tell me a date on that, too.
I don't know that much. Alright. Sarah, who do we have next?
Next, we have the 4 from My Boy Benny. Edge spears Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. Austin passes out in the sharpshooter at WrestleMania 13. Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30. And Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania 12 entrance.
It's going to be a tight list, huh?
It's gonna be. It really is. I thought that a very interesting one there. That Edge spear.
It's creeping up there. Right?
Oh, man.
That's creeping up there. The Shawn Michaels ride. The zip line thing. That's creeping up there.
Shawn Michaels ziplining at WrestleMania 12. Wow. Yeah, that's another big one. That is another big one right there. Alright, Sarah, who do we have next?
The final list is from Shepland. Brock Lesnar ends the streak at WrestleMania 30. The boyhood dream comes true at WrestleMania 12. Edge spears Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. And Hogan slams Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3.
The boyhood dream has come true for Shawn Michaels.
Let me ask you this, though.
Yeah.
Boyhood dream has come true. Now, is that the moment where he wins the title and McMahon says that?
Yeah.
Where he's crying over the title? Or is it the match in whole from start to finish? So, like, could you put that zipline thing in there, too?
No, I don't think so. Because I think that if the boyhood dream were to come true, then that means that he won the championship.
Okay.
It's not the boyhood dream, it's the boyhood dream comes true.
If you want to get all technical about it.
You're the one who brought it up!
Well, I'm asking. I don't know. Like, is it the match or the moment?
I'd say it's the moment.
What's your favorite WrestleMania?
17, hands down.
A lot of people say that, right?
Yep, hands down. The best. Like, absolutely. Still.
Start to finish.
Yeah,
no,
WrestleMania 17. Yep,
I'm
just
kind
a
of with
perfectly
you.
booked show.
I'm kind of with you. But I love WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, 3's great. The problem with 3 is the match quality.
Yeah?
It
problem
doesn't hold
is?
up. What's that?
You know what the problem with 17 is?
Let's hear it.
There's no red, white, and blue ropes.
Yeah, that is a
There's
very significant
no
problem.
classic WrestleMania theme song.
Yeah. There's no Butch Reed.
No Butch Reed. There's no Lord Littlebrook.
There's definitely not.
No
or the
Haiti
Haiti
Kid.
Kid, yeah.
No Hillbilly Jim, King
Little
Kong Bundy,
Tokyo.
Hercules Hernandez, Billy Jack
Wow.
Haynes.
Dino Bravo.
Yeah.
Rough, man.
Ricky the Dragon versus Macho Man.
Yep.
Some consider that to be the best match ever.
Yep. And then after that, you got Hogan and Andre. Just probably the biggest spectacle in all of
Let me
wrestling.
ask you this. How many times was there a mention of WrestleMania 17 in those lists? I think someone put down that handshake with McMahon. One person did that.
Yeah.
How many times is Hogan and Andre mentioned?
Well, we're going to find out very soon.
But that's what I'm saying. There's like one mention about WrestleMania 17 in there.
Yeah.
And you have like all these mentions about WrestleMania 3.
Yeah. It was a different time. I feel like the characters were a lot bigger and more developed in the 80s, while in the 90s, they were really scrambling to find their footing, at least until Stone Cold showed up.
Yeah, they were. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's because that's when my fandom began, was WrestleMania 3.
Alright.
I just hold it near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Just like Jesse Ventura holds Tyrell, Gene, and Jamal close to his heart.
What was the first WrestleMania that, like, you vividly remember?
3.
3 was the one that you remember, yeah?
And 14,
Okay.
because, like, I was there.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Alright. Alright, well, hey.
Taka Michinoku versus Aguilar.
Wow.
That was like the first match, right?
Well, no, it was second, because
Second.
that tag team battle royal.
Legion of Doom won that.
Yes.
Yeah,
They made their
Sonny
big
came out.
return with Sonny.
Yep, that was cool, man.
Sarah, who do we have next?
That's it. That was the last one.
That was the last one?
Yeah, man.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
That was the last one?
Nah, we gotta get out the totals.
Wow. Alright. Well, with all that said, Sarah,
Glad someone's listening.
could you please read the stats?
The Mount Rushmore of WrestleMania moments is, with 9 votes, Hogan slams Andre. With 7 votes, Lesnar ends the streak. Austin passes out in Sharpshooter with 6. And with 5, Edge spears Hardy. With 3 votes, Shawn Michaels Mania 12 entrance. And with 2 votes each, Austin wins the title, Warrior beats Hulk, Savage and Liz reunite, Daniel Bryan wins at Mania 30, I'm Sorry, I Love You with 2, An End of an Era, and Rockin' Hogan.
Wow. Alright, so just as we expected, Hogan slams Andre, number 1. Lesnar ends the streak, number 2. Austin passes out in the Sharpshooter, number 3. And that awesome spear from Edge. What do you think, Brian? Did they get it right?
Nah, not to me.
Not to you? Alright, well,
Well, I have different. Yeah.
then let's hear your list, Brian. Who do you have on your Mount Rushmore WrestleMania moments?
I have Austin beats Michaels at WrestleMania 14.
Okay.
Was that on it?
That
wasn't.
I mean, that wasn't on the top 4, no.
Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18.
Okay, another big moment.
Hogan slams Andre at WrestleMania 3.
Yep.
I think if you didn't have that on your list, there's something wrong with you. No, I mean, really.
Oh,
It's
really? Yeah.
huge
No, I hear
moment.
you. That was a major moment.
And HBK retires Flair, WrestleMania 24. I'm sorry,
good.
I love you.
Yeah, that's...
You old bastard, now you go home.
I don't remember Shawn Michaels saying all
That's what
that.
he said. No, he did.
Oh.
Just like you didn't see him, tell the referee to get Bret out of the ring when he beat him.
Oh, that's right.
But if you read his lips, he goes, "I'm sorry, I love you, you old bastard. Now it's time for you to go home."
I'm going to have to watch that again.
Watch it. Read
Just
his
to
lips.
confirm. Alright, my list was definitely Hogan and Andre. Austin passes out in the Sharpshooter. Edge spears Hardy. And oh, you know what? I gotta go with Savage and Elizabeth reunite.
Can you go one Mount Rushmore without putting Savage in it?
No. I can't. I love that moment. I thought that was great.
Do you, like Pat R, still cry over it?
Yep, we cry together, in fact.
You do.
We
do you
do.
share a box of Kleenex?
We do, yep. We just watch that and we just cry all over it. Savage lifts Elizabeth onto his shoulder. We're bawling our eyes out.
I hope it's got the aloe in it so your nose doesn't get raw.
Of course. How could you buy tissues without the aloe in it?
No, I'm just saying.
It's the finer things in life that we learn to appreciate to make our lives meaningful.
Kleenex with aloe. So you can watch Macho Man carry Elizabeth on his shoulder as they're divorced.
That's I don't think so, Brian.
They were
I don't
divorced
think
then, weren't
so.
they? They were. Weren't they divorced at their wedding? In SummerSlam 90...
Not confirmed.
I mean, not confirmed.
It's the greatest love story in wrestling history. We're not going to talk about the divorce.
The match made in heaven.
Did you know
They
that
probably signed divorce papers that very day.
the first time that it really came out in the open about Savage and Elizabeth being divorced was on Regis and Kathy Lee?
Really?
Yeah, when Kathy Lee asked Macho Man, "So how's Elizabeth?" "Well, actually, we got a divorce." It's like, oh, wow. That kind of puts a damper on things.
What day was that?
What day was
Yeah,
it?
what day was it?
I don't know. A rainy Thursday.
April,
I don't
April
know.
13th,
I can't remember.
1990.
Well, no. If him and Elizabeth were divorced.
Don't do the math. It's not that important.
Well, you know what it is important? Our next list. Next time around, we're going to be doing the Mount Rushmore of Intercontinental Champions. And this one was actually suggested to us by Pat R. the Superstar.
That's going to be a fun one, I think.
I think so, too, because there are so many possibilities there.
There are.
And,
I think, again, though, you're going to have like a clear-cut top two.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's going to be a crapshoot after that.
Yeah, definitely Ezekiel Jackson and Ken Patera.
Okay, I see it. I don't think Bret Hart is not going to be on that list.
You don't think Bret Hart is?
He won't make the
Oh, he was a great Intercontinental Champion for a little while.
You know what? You guys are asses. No, you are, because you know I got to put Bret Hart on that list. Because
he was pretty good, man.
Well, I mean,
pretty good champion.
Synonymous with that belt. Right?
Defended the title successfully against Shawn Michaels in the first ladder match in the WWF.
I think you guys set me up.
Well,
did you guys? I was over there when that was discussed. No. I wasn't like in the immediate area when that was discussed.
No,
I was hearing it.
Yeah, no. This was a
what?
private meeting between me and Pat. Yeah.
You know what? We got to trap him.
Yeah, entrapment. If
right.
You know, you need some defense here.
Well, I got to do some research and see if there's anyone better and more deserving to be on that list than Bret Hart. I don't think there is, though.
If there is
Son of a bitch.
anything you need to vent about or anything like that, you can go on to our Instagram, square.circle.history, or our Facebook, Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Or, of course, you can go on our YouTube, Squared Circle History. You can learn about things from the past, and you can hear our previous 15 episodes. But
Isn't
if you're
it Pro Dash Wrestling?
Yeah, the
Rushmore?
person, the designer of the logo, Angry Lemonade, when he was designing it, he did Pro Dash Wrestling Rushmore.
So is that how it is on Facebook, though?
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's just Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Okay. You put that in, you should be able to find us. Gotcha. It's all good. So, any closing thoughts about WrestleMania, Intercontinental titles, the weather, anything on your mind?
Nah, I mean, not really.
All right. Well, thank you for being so conversational this evening. It's been a pleasure as always.
I thought I was pretty conversational. I think I made.
I think you did a great job.
Good conversation.
I think you did a great job.
I just don't have any closing thoughts. What do you want me to say?
All right. That's good.
Like, what kind of closing thoughts would you like me to have?
Oh, I don't know. Closing thoughts. You could say that maybe anybody that voted for Chris Benoit on the list should get Chinese water torture.
Anybody who voted for Joe Biden for president should be happy with their gas prices and not bitch about it.
All right. Well, so with all this said, for Brian,
till next time, we will see you with Intercontinental Best, the Mount Rushmore of Intercontinental Champions, to where I am being trapped by my friends.
He's trapped. He's trapped. He can't get out. He can't get out, Matilda.
I'm stuck. I'm bloody stuck. Maybe I'll put him on there instead of Bret Hart, because he did beat
British
Bret
Bulldog,
Hart.
yeah.
He did beat Bret Hart in the biggest SummerSlam ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Which would make him better than Bret Hart. So maybe I can work that in.
Excellently executed logic.
I'm gonna substitute that, just like I substituted my egg roll earlier.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, right. Wonderful. We got a plan. And for Sarah,
till next time,
this is Ian from Squared Circle History, wishing you all a good night.